I think anyone who does what we do, who loves this life and the way that we live it, ultimately really wants one thing: freedom. The freedom to do meaningful work in new and creative ways. That's this week on the Badass Agile podcast.
Greetings, team. Welcome to the Badass Agile podcast. I'm your host, Chris Williams.
Well, I've been gone for a while, and if you subscribe to my newsletter, I'll get you caught up as to why. But I'm back, haven't gone anywhere. And I've used some of this time away to really think about what I want to do next with Badass Agile. And it starts with an examination of why I do this, why we all do this. Let's take a look. But first, a moment to remember why we're here. To create an elite tribe of leaders who truly serve their clients and communities by doing what matters and what works, relentlessly chasing value and excellence like a badass. There's so many resources out there about what we need to do to be agile, but we're focused on who we need to become in order to lead teams. So let's hammer down those fundamentals to create a truly unique and powerful force in this industry. And remember, if this helps you, tell your friends. I've been doing this a while now. Maybe you're like me and you've been doing it for a while too. And there's been some subtle changes over the years. But I can't think of anything quite like the pandemic of 2020 that changed the world of work. Not even 9/11 really changed the world of work. It changed the world. But it didn't have such a great impact on how we think about and approach work. And it feels like a whole bunch of attitudes and adjustments that were bubbling under the surface all of a sudden came to a head. And now they're undeniable, they're unmistakable. And I've noticed in the conversations that I have with people like you, because this show and the forge that I built on top of it has always been about creating great leaders who use agility not as a set of templates or instructions or process guides, but rather as a philosophy, as a set of core values that underpin a different way of getting our customers where we're trying to get them to go, wherever it is they want to go. Those leadership qualities including vision, persistence, resilience, antifragility, mastery, dedication, focus, and most importantly, freeing your mind up to the true nature of leadership, and hey, even work, and its significance and its meaning itself. But people need more than that now. They finally hit a point where they start asking, what's this for? A lot of people who get into agile jobs, whether it's Scrum Master or something else, love the fact that there's a process that dictates how we work with software and the teams who build it. But I think, as you know, that the opportunity is much, much greater. We have a chance to do something very important, and that is to help individuals or companies bring more of their ideas, their passions, their dreams to the marketplace, in the real, where our products and services, our ideas can start helping other people, whether it's inspiring other people, whether it's making them faster, better, more effective, more free, more efficient. Doesn't matter what the outcome is. What we love about Agile is its unbiased ability to help us get there. And what I'm really talking about is that each of us, as coaches, practitioners of any kind, have got the ability to create a service, a product, an offering, whether you teach, whether you coach, whether you build things for people to use, whether it's inside software or outside software. We have a chance to offer something and help other people get it, stop doing things that don't work and start doing things that do, so they can have more success, more fulfillment, more joy. Now, when you look at that, I think the Agile of 20 years ago is a lot different than the Agile that we see today. Because if you love this stuff, like I do, then it doesn't matter who I'm helping or what I'm helping them build. My goal is to help you get there faster, more consistently, with less friction. Because something has happened to our economy since the pandemic hit. We've realized that you can give your entire life to a company who won't give you the same loyalty, the same commitment in return. We, the big bucket of employees out there, have become a commodity. One fails or isn't working out, we can replace them. And where there's no loyalty, where there's no true connection with the people that we do the work for, there's no investment in the work, number one. And number two, there's no loyalty in return. So the bond that people have with the companies that they work for and the identity that they gain from working for them has eroded slowly over time. And now a job's just a job. It's a way of collecting a check and making sure you can pay the rent this month. But here's the thing. As human beings, we want so much more than that. We want to do work that is meaningful. We probably want to do work that helps people. I've said through my interactions with people in the Forge that there's one thing that all Agile people have in common. They're people of impact. They want to do something good. They want to do something big. And for the first time, we can see that the economy can't depend on these big 50,000 person companies where every employee is just a number, just a body in a seat. It's not holding up. It's not enough anymore. People want to make that impact. And they want to do it in a way that's meaningful and fun to them. If your passion's auto racing, then let it be around auto racing. If it's around music or the arts, let it be around that. If it's around healthcare, then we'll figure out a way to create Agile services and products for that industry. What I'm talking about here is freedom. The freedom to create a career out of an offering, physical offering, like a product that you can hold in your hands, or some kind of service. Training, teaching, coaching, consulting, something that is specific to the impact that you want to make, the life that you want to live, and the work that brings you joy. And that's why, in the time that I've been away, I've been thinking, really reconsidering. And it's been hard to stay away from this microphone and not just record something, to put something out, because you're supposed to every week. But it's been a long time since I've been amped up enough to get in front of the mic and talk about nothing but Agile week in and week out. And now I think I found what I was supposed to do. Not that I regret the 8 years I've already spent on this podcast, because it's been a joy and I'm going to keep doing it. But because things are changing precisely for the reasons that I just mentioned. This isn't the same economy that we were in when I first started this thing in 2017. And hey, I've never seen more demand for the Forge. It's been overwhelming how many people want these skills so they can have these leadership qualities that'll take us into the future. But it's more than that. I believe there's a small subset of us who want to create something special. We don't just want to be by the book scrum masters or coaches. We don't want to just be a tool that companies put in their tool belt, a resource to be deployed at the right moment, but rather we want to partner with people who are trying to make the world better, more interesting, more fun, with new creations or new approaches to serving the marketplace. We want to help them get there. And when you can help people that you love to help, to do things that you love to do, that you know how to do, and you get to make a positive difference on not only your clients, but the people that they serve. Put another way, you get to make a real dent in this world. That's freedom. But here's the thing. Just like the leadership qualities that I teach in the Forge, these particular skills are in short supply. People don't know how to go to the market and talk about who they are, what they offer. How do you talk to customers about the things that they want? How do you speak to them so that they don't feel sold to, but they feel heard? They feel like they're in a partnership with someone who can help them get where they're trying to go. It doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur, an intrapreneur, or an employee, to be honest with you. This is about defining the kind of work that you want to do for the paycheck that you're about to get. Because people are realizing in this post-pandemic era that if all you do is show up and meet the job description, you'll do okay, you'll have a job tomorrow. But at the end of it, you start asking yourself, what was all that for? Why was I here? What was I meant to do? If I were limitless, what would I build? And what you don't want to do is wait until it's too late. So the skills of everything from building a product, understanding the market, who you're talking to, how to speak to them, what they truly desire, what they need and want to hear. And most importantly, what will they pay for? And then figuring out how to engage with social media in this crazy time of so much misinformation and saturation of the airwaves. How do we find the people who truly need us? Because there's 8 billion people on this rock, and to be honest with you, you don't need more than 10, a couple of dozen, maybe 100 to really be into what you're doing. Enough to say, yes, I will pay to have that person's help, so I can have more of this and less of that. That's freedom. When you're a traditional employee, there's a cap to how much you can make doing that job. Your salary can only go so big unless you're chasing one of the coveted CXO roles. But when you decide that you're going to serve a very specific segment of a market with a very unique and new offering based on a unique set of values and standards that only you and maybe a handful of other people hold dear, you'll realize that for the people who want what you want, which is not everybody will want what you want or want what you make, but for those who do, they'll quickly realize there's only one place to get it. And that, my friends, is a very privileged position to be in, because there's no limit to how much you can make, to how many people you can help, but there's also no limit to how much fun and joy you can have doing it. And I'm living proof. That's what I do. I don't work anywhere near software anymore. In fact, my latest offering is called the Forge Genesis, and it's about helping fellow Agile entrepreneurs who have an idea, who have a product, who have that offering. And they know there's a space for it in the market. They know people are dying for it. They're clamoring for it. They're asking for it, but they can't get it from any of the traditional service providers because the product doesn't exist. They want to take this product, bring it to the market, and advance the craft. Make the world better for a small handful of people who see the same promise and agility that we do and want to take it to the next level. Well, this will be partly my focus for the foreseeable future because honestly, the software jobs just really aren't coming that much anymore, but they also don't interest me that much anymore. I love being around cool people with cool ideas, trying to do cool things, and being entirely content with having to maybe start over, start from zero, start from scratch, and figure their way to building something that is truly theirs, something you can never take away, something you have complete control over, something that lets you offer and make as little or as much as you want. So that's what you'll be hearing about from me as we focus on the freedom of the Agile practitioner in 2025 and beyond. I look forward to having this chat with you. Feel free to engage with me anywhere you find me on social media. You can get all my coordinates in the show notes below. Thank you, friend, for listening as always. I look forward to seeing you next time, and until then, stay badass.